Hello everyone and welcome back. Winter is almost over here in Australia, and that means that I've started my seeds for summer and the upcoming 2022 grow season. Here is my main setup, a 4-tier shelving unit split into 2 main sections which will each house a set of tandem tube grow lights and heat mats along with the seedling trays. A successful test of the equipment and setting of the timer means it is ready for use. I hope to grow around 100 varieties this year, but I'm not holding my breath. Every year there are numerous varieties that just don't germinate for me, and I may need to discard seeds that are no longer viable that I've kept for over 3 years. Luckily, Southern Adelaide Nursery Hillside Herbs always has seedlings of unique varieties available in spring in the event I fall short. And remember, there is no shame in purchasing established seedlings. This season I've stocked up on seeds from many seed suppliers in Australia and around the globe, such as Hippie Seed Company, HR Seeds, Wildfire Chili, the Chili Factory and many more. I have also started seeds that I have saved from previous harvests. Prior to starting seeds, I soaked several hard to germinate varieties in a weak tea solution for 24 hours. In terms of cell trays, I have recently discovered these 8-cell seedling tray inserts. These are smaller than the large 24-cell inserts that I have used in previous years, and these ones are reusable. I have to discard the large ones after transplanting as they become frail and don't last. The advantage of these is I'll be able to fit more cells in my propagation trays. My main seedling tray has 96 of the smaller cells, and to fill up the tray I've cut one of the large cell tray inserts into half to fit another 12 cells. One down. The second tray will be used for spare pepper varieties, tomatoes, watermelon, cucamelon and basil. I'll be using the larger cell trays for this one for a total of 60 cells. 2 down, ready to go. Here is my prepared seed starting mix. It consists of a premium seed raising mix with my additions of vermiculite and perlite. For one 10-litre bag of potting mix, I use 1/3 of the vermiculite bag and 3/4 of the perlite bag. I have to add extra perlite as Australian seed starting and potting mixes do not contain any perlite whatsoever. To help keep pests at bay, I add eco-neem to a couple of litres of water and add this to the potting mix. This may seem like a lot of water, but it is just the right amount to make the soil moist but not waterlogged. We can now fill our cells with the seed starting mix. It is the perfect consistency. It is moist and can hold its shape but light and fluffy and should allow roots to spread. I fill up the cells with the mix and lightly press down to compact the soil and repeat by topping up until the cells are full, removing any large clumps in the process that may prevent shoots from sprouting. You don't want to compact it in too tight, otherwise the roots obviously can't spread. After sowing, I always spray over the top, which will slightly compress and settle the soil anyway. Both trays have now been filled with the seed starting mix. I will be writing down as I go what varieties I plant into all the cells, and I'll transpose this to an electronic version. That's just my preference. I set up my workspace with all my tools. Now it's time to plant our seeds. I use a pencil to poke holes 1/2 to 1 centimetre deep, making 3 holes in each cell. I use a plastic plant label tab to transfer the soaked seeds into the prepared holes. For the dry seeds, I use tweezers. Once the seeds are in, I push them down slightly, then move around the soil to cover them, and I pat them down gently to complete the process. Once all the seeds are planted, I like to water the base with around 400 ml of water. The potting mix is fairly moist, so it won't require a lot of water. I return the large cells back to the tray and rock the tray back and forth so the water is evenly distributed. I then give the surface a final spray to settle the soil and to ensure seeds get enough moisture to germinate. I then pop on the lid, ensure the vents are closed, and then transfer the trays to their home for the next few months. A week before my main batch, I started a smaller tray with 52 cells. My first seedling to pop up for the season was a Sugar Rush Peach, a Baccatum for the second year in a row. Here's what they look like after 4 weeks and this past weekend. Some of the leaves are turning yellow, so I will be careful when it comes to watering. My shed where my setup is located is very cold, so one small change I've made this season is covering the trays with builder's plastic to help maintain a warm environment. It seems to be doing good and has maintained moisture, which means I haven't had to bottom water or spray over the top as frequently as I normally would have. The first seed to germinate from my main trays was this black ornamental Exploding Ember, followed by another Baccatum, Brazilian Starfish in the same cell tray. Here is what that early batch looks like today, 5 weeks after planting. I have also started 2 Jiffy pellet trays containing varieties that haven't germinated as of yet. 4 weeks after planting, here is tray 1 with 32 cells not germinated, with germinated seedlings doing okay. Tray 2 doesn't have a lot of germination. Majority of these non-germinated cells are friariello and jalapeno peppers, and I only planted 1 seed per cell. The watermelon, cucamelon, tomatoes and basil, however, are doing great. Before I forget, it just had to happen that seedling tray number 7 contains all 7-pot peppers, a small tribute to Rob over at 7-Pot Club. G'day Rob. And that's all for this seed starting video. I hope to update you on the seedlings leading into spring. If you like this video, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you same chilly time, same chilly channel.